Seth, good to see you, man.
Good to see you guys.
Are you like a red light therapy guy, sauna guy?
Sauna guy? Love a sauna.
Like what do you do after a match?
After a match?
Do you ice? Do you jump in an ice bath?
No, we don't have any of those facilities. We're in different buildings every single week.
They don't have
and we don't own the buildings. So
like a portable, like touring artists tour with nothing?
No.
What do you have? We just bought a red light therapy bed, one of the ones you get in.
Yeah.
And
like a tanning bed, but it's a red light?
Yeah.
That's aggressive.
Yeah. My wife loves it, believes in it.
Mm-hmm.
You use anything like that?
No, my wife also loves it, believes in it. She's got like a red light everything. Like literally anything that you can she got this wand thing that she's like red lighting her face with. I am jury's out for me on the red light.
Same with me.
Sauna, however, like a dry traditional sauna, slap it at 185, 15 minutes, like sweat it out. Proven results for longevity.
It's one of the hardest things on the road, finding somewhere to actually get a workout in when you're bouncing around, or they have those built at every place, like
no, they don't have gyms built in, but that's not too bad. And honestly, it was probably harder in the beginning, but once you go back to the same towns over and over, then you just like, pop it in the GPS or whatever in the Google Maps and you're there,
It's like touring, because there are a lot of places when I would do stand-up, they'd be like, man, wasn't that city great? It's like, oh, dude, I went in the back of the building.
Yeah, you don't see much. You don't see much. Honestly, you see like for example, I was just in Taipei for Skyscraper Live for Netflix, and I spent 3 or 4 days there, and I had been to Taipei previously in 2015 for a show. I remember nothing about the city. I didn't even remember what it looked like. Like the skyline with the Taipei 101, which is what Alex Honnold climbed. I don't even remember that building. You know what I mean? So yes, I understand that pain.
Dude, you all did a great job on covering that. I thought, just because you're watching just a dude climb a building, you're like, what do we talk about?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, what was the most difficult thing for me was balancing the entertainment aspect with the seriousness. Because, the dude, if he slips, he's dead. It's over. He's done. And that's a man dying on live television. But you don't want to broadcast it like it's a sure thing funeral or a possible funeral. You want people to tune in and be somewhat entertained by what they're seeing, but also keeping the gravity of the situation, no pun intended, the gravity of the situation in play, because the guy is fully risking his life on live television, which was bonkers. So that was really difficult. So I do appreciate that.
You can't even rehearse that, meaning your part.
No.
Or if you're going to call a match or call a game, you could run through scenarios, watch other games, because you don't know what's going to happen, and it's never happened before.
Correct.
So what do you do? Just have notes and possibly go to them?
There was no playbook. I honestly think that's part of why they asked me to come in, because my forte is live conversation, live promos, live storytelling, and anything can happen on a WWE broadcast. The audience can take a promo in a different direction. You really never know what anybody's going to say until they get out there and say it. They might forget something. You have to figure out how to cover it and tell your stories. And so I think that's why they said, hey, would you like to come in and do this thing? We think you can add an entertainment value, but also we think you can add the element of live TV. Anything can happen. What's this story going to look like as it unfolds? And I was honored to be a part of it, because Alex is a great guy. His family's fantastic, and it was very cool to meet him and just kind of be in that space with greatness. But yeah, there was no playbook. I mean, we rehearsed it in the sense that, like, Alex, he wanted to climb it a couple days early to try, but he's strapped in and stuff like that. But it was raining, so he only climbed sections of it. And so we had packages and things to throw to, and we had options. But you can't just run through the whole thing. You just don't know how long it's going to take. You don't know where he's going to be when. You don't know what any of this is going to look like. So I love live TV in that way. When you put somebody's life at stake in that scenario, it adds a different element to it. But it was a very, very cool once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Was there an emergency shoot to pull if something went wrong?
No.
What was the protocol? Like, if something goes wrong, what do we do?
Elle Duncan was the host for the show, and she's incredible. And they had, I think it was on a 15-second delay. And I believe if something went wrong, they would be able to cut the feed. And then there was a prepared statement that Elle had, I think. And within the 15 seconds, they were going to try to decide whether to come to her and have the statement read, or they were just going to go off air and then be the end of it. And we wouldn't talk about it. So it was really up in the air, but a lot of confidence in everybody, including Alex, that he was just going to be able to do this.
I was able to finish Unreal on the flight over here. It was a long flight. We're from Nashville. Do you watch it back and see how they've edited all the things, the many hours that you've done?
No. No, I can't watch the show. I didn't watch season 1, and I wasn't even in it. I can't watch it. It like makes me feel dirty.
Because you're oversharing? Or
Yes.
does that feel weird saying, here's my real name, here's my other name, here's...
The real name stuff's not as bad because like the internet, you know. So that, but like sharing the behind the scenes of how the stories happen and like the ins and outs of the industry, that part feels like I'm just not totally comfortable with that. I'm not entirely on board with all of it. So even like having those interviews, I don't feel myself. I feel myself like clamming up. You know, like the sit downs are like, okay, tell me about this story. I'm like, how much do I want them to know? You know, so it's like. It's just not for me. I can't watch it. As a fan, if I were just a fan, I would love it.
It's great. I love it.
That would be what I dreamed of when I was a kid. Like, tell me the juice. Like, give me, how does all this happen? This is amazing. You know, that's what people want. But I think, especially us kind of older, anybody that's like been wrestling for longer than 10 years, 5-10 years, it's just so hard to like break that wall down.
WrestleMania 42 in Vegas. Do you like Vegas for WrestleMania?
Yes.
Because...
well, I'm in LA, so it's easy to get to.
Right.
But it's also like built for big events. So like the access to Allegiant is in and out, amazing. San Francisco, awful. Traffic, terrible. I mean, there's a lot of food, a lot of great stuff to do, you know, beautiful city. Love it. But when you put, I mean, how many people are here?
It's a mess.
100,000 people.
Yeah.
It's chaos. Vegas, no, it's easy. You wouldn't even know that there was a game. You wouldn't even know WrestleMania was happening if you didn't see all the signage. You know what I mean? If you were just a person driving through, like, oh, I'm on my way to Reno, going through Vegas, whatever. Wouldn't, you know, oh, well, there's an event. Okay, that's it. They built it that way. And so I love that. And there's a bunch of food, bunch of shows. So, like, you know, family and friends come in for those big events like they do for the Super Bowl. You know, the players bring everybody in. But, like, I don't have to entertain everybody.
There's enough for them to do
enough,
without
and
you.
it's
Yeah.
all in close proximity. They can entertain themselves. They can figure it out. They can walk to it. I don't have to like have responsibility for making sure that like my friend and third cousin are having a good week.
Appreciate the time. You get tickets at Ticketmaster.com to WrestleMania 42. Big fan, Seth. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you guys.